Welcome to English language learning at Burnaby South. This is a school that's so rich in diversity of language and culture that you can actually walk through the halls of Burnaby South and hear up to 42 different languages spoken around the building. For many of us, learning English has been our second, third, and maybe even our fourth language. And what we do in the English language department is we all come together to gain fluency and confidence in using English for success at school. If you are an English language learner, it means you're in the process of developing one of the 4 areas of language development: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Some of you are already very confident English language speakers, but your reading and writing skills may not be ready to handle all of the assignments that would be given to you by a regular classroom teacher. As you take the time early on to develop those academic language skills, it will really help you to become more confident in your regular classrooms and achieve the kind of success that you're hoping to achieve in school. So, what is this umbrella, you ask? If you've ever been out in a very heavy rainstorm, you know that you use your umbrella to protect you and to give you some shelter from the rain. Sometimes when you're learning a new language, it can feel like a lot is coming at you and you may need some protection and some shelter from all the information that's coming your way. At Burnaby South, we teach English language learners by giving them some protection from all of the new language that could be difficult for them to handle. We want ESL students to be able to learn new ideas and new content, but they need a little bit of protection around how much time they get to finish their assignments, how big the groups are that they are speaking to. Sometimes some students may need to use translators and devices that will help them to understand the English language while they are building up new ideas. And this together is called sheltered instruction, and this is what we believe in at Burnaby South. At Burnaby South, we have 4 levels of English language support. And level 1 is for students who are very new to the English language. Very often, these are students who have just arrived to Canada from another country, and possibly in that country, they didn't have any previous teaching in English. Students at this level are very busy listening to the new language and watching what's happening around them, but they may not feel comfortable producing English just yet. We call that the sponge stage, and it's a very common first stage of development in language. And that's okay. For these students, we have built a schedule where 50% of the time they are in classes that are building up their English language skills, and the other 50% of the time, these students are in regular classes around the school so that they have an opportunity to meet students who speak English naturally, they have an opportunity to make new friends, and just experience a regular English language learning environment. ELL Level 2 students have by now been in Canada for 1 to 2 years, and they are quite confident in speaking about themselves, participating in classroom discussions. They can, for the most part, have a conversation about everyday ideas. However, they are still working on building up their reading and writing skills for academic purposes. Students in Level 2 pick up 1 extra block of time from the regular program, and in this case, ESL Level 2 students pick up regular science. This particular schedule is imagining that we are talking about a grade 8 student, but if you arrive to Burnaby South as a Level 2 student and you happen to be in grade 10, you would obviously pick up Science 10 for your schedule. Even though you will have some background in science and math and in the electives that will help you as a Level 2 student in these regular blocks, reading and writing assignments may still be difficult for you. And so there is a program in the school called SciOp. And this program helps your teachers to adjust and modify your assignments to make them more appropriate for your English language level. By the time English language learners are level 3 or 4, they've been in Canada for some time and they feel quite confident expressing themselves fluently in a classroom discussion, and they're able to handle the assignments that their teachers are giving them. Sometimes those assignments might be adapted for language, very often they are, but for the most part, level 3 or 4 students are integrated into the mainstream program, and with support they're able to achieve success in their regular classes. You'll notice in this schedule that most of the courses are in green, and this means regularly scheduled courses. And English Language Adapted 8 and Social Studies Language Adapted 8, we have those courses at the grade 9 and 10 level as well. And those are actually courses that are taught within the regular English and Social Studies department. And we just make sure that teachers who are teaching those courses are aware that they have students in the class that have an English language learning background, and they take extra time to explicitly talk about the language features of the work that they're doing. But at the end of those two courses, students get credit for regular English 8 and Social Studies 8, same as they would get credit for regular English 9 and 10 if they were in the language adapted version of that class. Finally, the question that everyone has is, when can I get out of my ESL classes and when do I get to take my regular courses? Well, every ELL student in the school has an AIP. This is an annual instruction plan, and this is a plan that helps teachers to review your reading, writing, listening, and speaking skills. So every year there are tests that we write. Your teachers are observing you in the classroom. They're listening to how you're using language, how confident you are doing your assignments, how much help you need to get your assignments done. And by reviewing that information every year, it helps teachers to decide whether students should move on to the next level of English language development and whether they need some more time in the current level. Every time you get a report card, if you are an English language learner, your parents, your guardians, and you will be able to see a language progress comment that lets you know how you're moving along between level 1 and level 4 of English language support. I hope that you found this presentation useful. If you are an English language learner or a parent or guardian of an English language learner, I hope that you have a better understanding of how our students move through English language levels at Burnaby South and how we work together in this department to build strong and confident language users so that our students can achieve the goals that they are hoping to achieve in the regular classes. That's me in the picture. My name is Miss Vakakis, and I hope that you will stop and say hello when you see me in the hallway. English is also my second language. I was not born in Canada. I come from Greece, and I love to learn phrases and words in all your languages. So stop, come by and say hello and teach me how to say a few things in your language, and I'll share some of my second language skills as well. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to meeting you in the near future.